Hi, my name is Josh Carter.
And I'm Jessica DuPont. Here's your Catskill News.
We are excited to have our news broadcast showing at the annual Outside the Lines art show at the Greene County Council on the Arts Studio. Here is Ian to explain how we produce our weekly news.
Our Catskill News is produced each week in our 2 broadcasting classes. We film the news in our Broadcasting 2 period, but utilize our studio for many of the segments within the news. Here are some of our staff explaining what we do to make the broadcast a success.
I work the auto script. Pretty much what I do is Hernandez gives me the flash drive with the news script on it or whatever piece someone's working on. I put it in the script reader. I edit it, space it out, and then when we're ready, I bring it up on the cameras in the studio and I turn this knob to have it go any speed I wish, and they'll tell me if I'm going too fast or too slow over the speakers, and that's pretty much my job.
So I help set up to make sure the Catskill News can run smoothly. First thing we do is we turn on the lights, make sure the whole room's on, and then we turn on the cameras, make sure they're on. We turn on the monitors, we turn on the auto script up front so that way they can read when they say their lines, and we then use the lapel mics in order to be able to hear the anchors properly without having any distorted sound. Really.
Here I'm the on-screen talent for the Catskill News. We sit at the desk and we read you the news that our colleagues produce for you. Every once in a while we'll do our own pieces separately, but normally I end up helping Jessica because she needs it.
Basically, I'm the recorder of the entire news. I go to an application called AJA control camera. You have to go to capture, and you have to type in your file name. Basically, we say Catskill News, and then we add the date of the day it's going to be recorded. And then we hit the record button, and it's pretty simple at that point. And sometimes it stops, sometimes it doesn't. But when it does stop, I have to tell everyone to stop recording altogether, and then I have to fix it, and I have to change the file name to the next letter in the alphabet, because then it gets segmentized, and different segments get put in the news to edit. And then afterwards, when we're done recording, it gets put into like a little file. We look for the files, we download them, then we finish editing using that.
Although they make the process sound simple, each student has a particular responsibility for the weekly news broadcast that includes planning, preparation, and problem solving. Within each news broadcast, the news stories are told by each of our students, develops their own story ideas in our weekly planning meetings where they get to set their production dates. So just like in the industry, our students have expectations, develop their action plan, and schedule how they will complete their assignment. Because our ultimate goal is to develop the skills necessary to be career ready and prepare us to find success in the future.
Thanks, Ian. We are very proud of our news broadcast and appreciate the support we receive from our school and community.
Brandon has continued to interview Catskill successful alumni in his segment called Notable Alumni. Here he is with his interview with Dr. Joe Pilatich.
I'm Brandon Ecott here with Dr. Joe Pilatich. Joe, who was your major influences at Catskill High School?
I had several. I transferred into Catskill in 8th grade from St. Patrick's, which was another school in Catskill at the time. It's no longer here. But when I transferred in, Carol Hetherington was our class advisor. She was very nice to me. She had me run for vice president of the class, and I was fairly new. I didn't know a lot of kids. And I actually ran and won. So, we didn't get many things done. We tried, but not much was accomplished with that. But Carol Hetherington, and probably in high school, my high school chemistry and physics teacher, Mr. Beatty. He saw a lot of good things in me and pushed me to be a better student and person overall.
I understand your dad was a huge part of Catskill and youth sports. How did he influence you?
Work ethic. You know, my dad was big on doing things right, and working till you got it right. My brother and I both. I have one sibling, a younger brother, Jeff. And my dad coached us in Little League. He ran the Elks hoop shoot for years. He ran the T-ball league in Catskill for years. You know, we had a wood stove throughout most of the years. My brother and I would split and cut wood throughout the year. You know, we used to wash dishes at the Elks during events. So, you know, it was work ethic and schoolwork as well. So, you know, he was big on getting things being organized and doing things right. So, yeah, my dad had a really good influence on me for sure.
After Catskill, what college did you attend?
I went to Siena College. I majored in biology up at Siena. I ended up with a Bachelor's of Science. You know, I made friends with a couple guys that were pre-med, and they had a good influence on me as well, as far as, you know, studying and good work ethics and, you know, keep my grades up.
What inspired you to be a dentist?
I was a math science kid in school. I had I remember as a young child, I had a bad tooth. Probably about the age of 10, that had to be removed, a baby tooth. And I didn't want to go through that again. So I had a habit of carrying a toothbrush around with me, and especially around the house, so I would chew them up. And my parents or friends would always joke with me that, you know, the way you carry that brush around, maybe you should go into dentistry. I think that had an effect on me. You know, and I just thought it was something I'd be good at. I love hanging out with meeting new people. I'm a talker. I enjoy that aspect of my job tremendously. And I love meeting new people. I love helping. I love helping new people. So it was a good fit for me for sure.
Why did you decide to bring your business back to Catskill?
I always wanted to come home. My folks are here, on both sides of my family, my mother and father. A lot of my childhood friends, you know, my closest friends, even, you know, they're all patients of mine. Kids, you know, they're my wedding party. We grew up together. I get to see them. So it was close. I almost stayed down. I went to the University of Maryland Dental School, and I was close to staying down there and doing a residency in oral maxillofacial surgery. But when I got asked, it was a quick, you know, 2-week decision, and I decided to come back and do my residency up here at the Albany VA.
Last question. Describe Catskill in 3 words.
Oh, well, you know, I was just thinking about that. Familiarity for sure is one word I would use. You know, I know this area so well. I know the people so well. It's comforting is another word I would use. And it's home. You know, it's where I've been my entire life, like I said. You know, when I did my residency at the Albany VA, my chief, late in my residency, convinced me to go on my own. And I was like, how am I going to do this? You know, I was going to go into a bigger practice as an associate. And he said, you have what it takes. And I called my mother and father up. And my family doctor had a space next to his office that was available. I met with him on a Saturday. He came up. He knew me. I knew him. We walked through the office. They were great to me. And the fact that I had, you know, such comfort in knowing the people I was dealing with made it a very easy transition. And, you know, I moved back home, which I had to do because, you know, I had no income. I had no job yet. And, you know, it was a 7-day-a-week work job for a couple of years. So I lived back home with mom and dad, and worked out very well for me. I've been here, this is my 25th year now in Catskill. So, you know, it was a lot of work, but it definitely paid off.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Great job, Brandon. It's so important to connect our current students with our successful role models in our community.
Catskill Middle School Picture Day that was canceled the last snow day has been rescheduled for Monday, March 19th and Tuesday, March 20th.
The Catskill Business Club is busy planning their annual Spring Rush Triathlon scheduled for May 19th. The website is up if you'd like more information about signing up. Check out the website online. Registration is open through active.com. Just search Catskill Spring Rush. Very exciting!
Last-minute power courses for the SAT Math and Writing and Language section start next week. ACT Advantage class starts in 2 weeks. Each class offers 2 hours of high-level prep, plus learn strategies for tackling the most common and most challenging question types. See guidance for registration details.
Here's JMD with another movie review about the exciting movie Black Panther.
Hello and welcome to Catskill Movie Review. Today we'll be looking at the most recent movie in the Marvel movie franchise, Black Panther. The story follows T'Challa, who recently became king of his nation Wakanda, as he tries to lead his kingdom while dealing with outside problems, including his role being challenged by his cousin.
The film received mostly positive reviews and made $704 million at the box office.
In my overall opinion, the film was very good. With a few problems, it was very enjoyable. I give it 4.5 stars out of 5. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, JMD. What an exciting movie.
GCCA's annual Student and Youth Arts exhibit, Outside the Lines 2018, will open March 17th and be on view through April 21st. What an exciting annual event to showcase our talented students.
Two of our Catskill High School juniors, Amara Wilson and Alexa Powell, performed with the Honors Performance Series at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Out of 18,000 nominations, these two girls were a part of 700 selected to attend. Both girls were in the women's choir. What an amazing opportunity for them, and it's a true testament of our talent here at Catskill High School.
Hi, I'm Serena Vega, and I'm here with Amara and Alexa on Carnegie Hall. Why did you guys go to Carnegie Hall?
Well, we went to Carnegie Hall after auditioning for their Honors Performance Series, where a bunch of high schoolers from all around the world audition, and about 18,000 auditioned this year. So we were privileged enough to be chosen for that after auditioning for me 3 years. Amara?
This was my first year auditioning. I had worked over the summer in the month of August, and I auditioned by the last date. And we had waited until October 31st, and that was the day we actually found out whether we got into the program or not.
It was right in the middle of the city, and it wasn't far from the hotel that we stayed at for the days we were there. So it was really nice to be able to go and visit while we were there and see the city.
You really would have to go there and experience it for yourself. It was just so humbling just to be able to go there and not only just perform, but have the experience that we had. We met so many new people there, made a lot of friends. We got to see our first Broadway show, and we actually got to meet a couple of the cast members, which was unexpected, and it just happened in the moment. But the whole experience was just beautiful. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The girls were featured in the Daily Mail. Congratulations, ladies. You are truly quality representatives of Catskill. Congratulations.
To our CMS and CHS Odyssey of the Mind teams that won big at the recent regional competition. Great job, Catskill Odyssey of the Mind teams, and good luck at the next level of competitions.
With winter sports over and spring sports practices beginning, Delia met with Mr. Joyce, our athletic director, to review the upcoming season.
What are the upcoming spring sports?
In the spring, we offer baseball, softball, boys tennis, and track and field.
What are your expectations for the teams?
My expectations in the spring are similar to every season. I want us to have good sportsmanship, represent Catskill well at the lower levels, and as we get towards the varsity level, I want to win championships.
Thanks, Delia. Go Cats!
The Catskill Music parents are hosting their annual cabaret night tonight in the high school auditorium. Come hear your friends perform and enjoy delicious baked goods for purchase. Tickets are $5 at the door. Hoping to see you tonight to celebrate music in our school.
Alexa Powell developed some interesting videos during our summer media camp. She's continuing to produce short films through an independent study with Mr. Hernandez. Here's one of her videos. Nice work, Alexa.
Here is our infamous weatherman Trey with his forecast.
It's the weatherman Trey. I got something to say. Today is Friday. We have a high of 32, a low of 22. It's gonna be cold and freezing all day, so I would stay inside or I'd stay bundled up. The sun will be out, but it'll be covered by the clouds. Tomorrow, it will be sunny and cloudy with a high of 35 and a low of 14. I have better news though. Sunday is the best day out of these 3 days with a high of 35 and a low of 15. The sun will be out all day though that day. Be ready for spring because it's coming soon. Have a good weekend.
What kind of music are balloons scared of?
What?
Stop.
I don't.
Pop music.
Thanks for watching. Cats can and cats will.
It's actually better when Josh doesn't cooperate.
This is Trajan Ivory. You've been watching Catskill News. Please subscribe.